She certainly does, Ash. Premier Gladys Berejiklian says that she wants the federal government to reconsider its suspension of international travel and wants a Pacific travel bubble to be established within the year. The Australian Chief Medical Officer, Professor Paul Kelly, says at the moment that will be one of the last things to change. He says he's taking a cautious approach, and that's because of Australia's strong fight against coronavirus so far. The New South Wales opposition says that now is not the time to be talking about travel bubbles.
For 12 months now, right across Australia, governments have been taking the advice of senior health officials, and that is the right thing to do. For the Premier now to drop the ball on that and not be adhering to the health advice and allowing international visitors in is not the right time. The senior health bureaucrat has said this is a bad idea, and that really should be the end of it.
The Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, spoke earlier today saying that this was not a new idea and something that was already in the pipeline.
Where you can do it, we'll do it. And I think particularly with Pacific, I would love to see that, because the remittance income that goes back to those Pacific countries is very important to them for their economies, and for the seasonal labour that we need here in Australia, it's also very important. So, you know, there's no new idea about a Pacific bubble. That was something the Commonwealth Government has been working on for months, and the states know that very well.
Over the course of January alone, the tourism sector lost some $7 billion. The Tourism and Transport Forum say that they would support this Pacific travel bubble, but at the moment the priority needs to be getting our domestic market back up and running and ensuring that all states are cooperating with each other and adhering to the federal hotspot guideline.
Look, there's no doubt that what we actually need is better coordination of this border situation domestically. We can't recover as an industry without international borders being open, but we can't survive unless the states sort out this issue of a uniform series of triggers and responses so everybody knows what they're doing.
Meantime, Charlotte, there has been more good news for New South Wales today.
Yeah, Ash, we're heading in the right direction. 0 new cases of coronavirus in the past 24 hours, and that is our 4th consecutive day without any community transmission here in New South Wales. We know that there were 12,000 tests conducted in the past 24 hours, but that's actually deceivingly low. There's actually an extra 6,000 tests conducted, but due to an IT glitch, they will be counted in tomorrow's numbers. This low community transmission and higher testing rate does hold us in good stead for substantial easing of restrictions next week.
Charlotte Morlock live for us in Sydney. Thank you.